I'm happy he's finally back. I'm super sad what they did with him, but
Oh wait,
Akira
I'm sorry.
versus Jinder Mahal.
You're happy that
Um,
Jinder Mahal is back?
You can't hinder the
I am
gender, brother. You can't hinder the
Oh
gender.
my god, they're building him up to fight Drew. I'm
100%.
assuming
He's next in line
but
after Seth.
he's oh god,
I mean,
so
but why do you
boring.
like?
I don't have a problem
he's
with
so-
Mahal.
I mean, yeah.
he's,
I mean, he's a great heel. He is a great heel.
He's
Like,
a great.
what-
He's a great
what,
heel
because he's
put in the
boring in the
work.
ring.
he's
he's-
terrible in the ring.
So
Name
is-
one good match.
Make a list of people who are terrible in the ring.
hang on.
I'll wait for
hang
you to
on though.
finish.
The biggest gripe with him is he's terrible in the ring. But his last run, the entire run, he was with the most boring competitor in Randy Orton, who could give two shits about what was going on. Give him a chance.
I will give you that.
Give him a chance to be put in a match in a feud with meaning, which the only one he's had is with Orton, and see what he can do with it. The man's put in the work. He looks like $1 million. I mean, he's believable.
I want him to prove me wrong.
He cut his bun.
He did cut his hair. He did cut his hair.
Thank God.
He looks like an angry stepdad now. Like he's coming home to beat your ass after a rough day of work. I was like,
Listen, I want him to prove me wrong, but as the only thing, the last impression I have of him is boring, and I know he was with the second most boring or the first most boring wrestler, which is Randy Orton.
Right.
So we'll see. All right, but I'm not hyped.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see what happens. Well, I believe he's in line, though.
I agree with you on that, 100%.
Honestly, I would like to see him feud with Andrade instead.
There's too many people involved in that mess right now to get him.
I understand that. I understand that.
Andrade.
But what I'm saying is, like, if WWE really wanted to get Jinder Mahal over, they would have him feud with a heel and come out as, like, a face somehow. And, like, even if he was shit in the ring, like, Big Show is a huge dude, and he's not that great in the ring, but he's huge and he's funny. And
I'll tell you what, Jinder Mahal has. I don't know, just randomly came to my head. One of my favorite theme musics.
Yeah,
I really enjoy his theme music.
Like he's got a presence, like who he is.
Absolutely.
And it's not some random guy like an Austin Theory.
I am not for them introducing people as and former world heavyweight champion Jinder Mahal. Like that just came across a little hokey, but that's okay. They should keep pushing Liv. Look, if it has to be one of the two, you've already started the push with Liv. You can't go back on that. Right. I would prefer both of these being pushed separately and then meeting down the road.
I mean, tell that to Apollo Crews, but.
But I just wish that they could have been feeding these two guys to some undercard talent to these guys, and they could have met down the road. But
what's Liv Morgan's in game on this build? I mean, are you putting what does she accomplish on this build? Is she a face? Is she a heel? I honestly can't really. Well, I don't know whether to hate her or root for her.
She does seem empathetic to beating Ruby Riott in the match. Like you could see her beat her, and then she gets kind of upset. Like she's like, "Oh, this is the family I built, and now it's falling apart. Sarah Logan's unemployed. So I mean, if Shayna Baszler comes out as champion, she could be a face to challenge. I don't expect her to win anything. It's like when RVD challenged Triple H finally in like 2002, and he just kept getting his ass beat, and Booker T, like they could organically build a face without having her win anything. And I think that's what we're gonna have with the Shayna Baszler being champion for a while after she becomes champion. I'm not saying it's gonna be right away, but obviously she's gonna beat Becky eventually, and then Becky's gonna want a rematch, and then somebody's finally gonna be a face against Shayna Baszler. And I could see her being that face. I don't see her winning at all.
I just feel like I wouldn't mind a little mid card story with Liv and Ruby, but it's like the payoff match has already happened.
Twice.
I don't twice, right? And I feel like there could have been a nice little story told there, but it just was like, all right, fuck it, let's just
and like
go out there, guys, and wrestle.
And like Strunk said, like their women's division's great. Like it's shit that they don't have anything besides those tag team titles to fall back on because they have
which they can't even get those right.
Exactly. So like they have such strong female top card talent that like the main event card, like you can't even squeeze anybody else in there.
Keep pushing Liv, let her do her thing, keep her away from Asuka, keep her away from Nia Jax, let her build up, and maybe at some point get her over to SmackDown and challenge Bayley. She's not doing anything in the Raw women's division, let's be real. But if you could build her up with some of the mid to undercard women on Raw, or even bring up some NXT talent for her to squash, and then eventually find her way over to SmackDown. maybe she actually can do something over there and
Yeah.
show what she has. You know, she's always been one on the back burner that everyone has said so many positive things about. You know, her promo skills, her in-ring skills. I personally haven't seen it, but if you go back and watch and listen to the internet wrestling community, everyone's still high on her. So maybe on Liv. So maybe
she showed some great athleticism in this match.
I was gonna say I don't remember seeing her too much in the ring from memory.
Prior to this, absolutely. Prior to this little run, yeah. So maybe she can keep some heat and move over there.